Welcome to the Spirit Spa Sanctuary, where today in our meditation we're going to be focusing on loneliness. This can be one of the most excruciatingly difficult experiences and emotions to undergo while you're in the early stages of recovering from a nervous breakdown. In today's meditation, I invite you to come into a deep, loving, compassionate connection with your loneliness. And as we do so, we're going to go through a process of inquiring what wisdom and guidance and support loneliness has for you in this process of recovery, and what it would like to inform you in relation to your next natural steps towards rebuilding a flourishing life for yourself. So as we prepare to enter into this meditation, I'd like you to make sure that you're in a place where you feel comfortable, safe and warm. You can be either sitting up or lying down, but just take a moment to make sure that you're in a place where you're not going to be interrupted. You have set some nice sacred boundaries around yourself, giving yourself a nice time, about 60 minutes, to just connect deeply in with your own natural inner healer. And once you've done that, I'd like you to make sure you also have a glass of water close by and a journal and pen, or any sketching pencils or art materials that you feel might be necessary for you or helpful to you during this meditation. And now, as we come into this place of sacred meditation, this deep sacred connection with yourself, I'd like you to bring yourself to a place where you feel comfortable and your eyes are closed or softly focused. It's important to remember that you mustn't undertake this meditation whilst driving or operating any machinery. Just bring yourself into a quiet, soothing, sacred space. And I'd like you to bring your attention to your breath. We're going to just undergo a few moments of grounding, relaxation, breathing exercises to bring your heart, your mind, your body and your soul into alignment with one another, into deep connection. So let's bring our attention to the breath. Notice your breath coming into your body and your breath coming out of your body. Just notice your breath breathing into your body as if it were a beautiful white light. The white light of love and healing, allowing it to soften, allowing it to breathe in the energy of compassion, deep compassion for the self. For when the self is in a state of loneliness, it can feel excruciatingly painful internally. So just notice where at this moment in time you might be feeling any feelings of agony, despair, sorrow, excruciating pain, depression, grief. Just notice what emotions or other emotions are connected in with this sense of loneliness is showing up for you. Breathe into those parts with softness, with gentleness, as if the breath were a soft feather just brushing away the harsh edges of the tough emotions connected with loneliness. And as you breathe in, allow these parts of you to soften. Notice where they are in your body. Where are these really harsh moments, seconds, experiences and feelings of loneliness? Are they in your head? Are they in your back or your spine? Are they in your throat? Are they in your legs, in your thighs, your ankles or your feet? Perhaps they're in your stomach, or your eyes or your nose. Just notice where the really excruciating, difficult feelings connected with loneliness are showing up for you physically. How are the emotions presenting themselves within your body? Where is the tension? Where is the suffering? Where is the pain? And for each time you recognize where this is being held in your body, imagine the soft white breath of your natural ability to heal yourself is brushing against these difficult sensations within you with the softest, most delicate of touches, the most loving of touches, brushing away the excruciation, the suffering, the pain, as if clearing a floor of a forest from leaves and just clearing a space where beneath these dead leaves there is beautiful, lush, fresh green grass waiting for you to come and settle. So take another nice deep breath in and feel this beautiful white light of love and healing breathing into you, around you, above you and below you. And again breathing in, deep into the darkest recesses of your inner being, and above you and below you and around you, until you bring yourself to a space where you can breathe out and concentrate on your breath flowing out of your body, breathing away all that no longer serves you, clearing the forest floor of debris, old dead twigs, old crunchy leaves that just have no space in your existence, your internal inner existence, and allowing the beautiful fresh green grass to find its way to the surface. And once more, bringing your attention to your breath and noticing how, as you breathe out, your body relaxes, your mind relaxes. You open a space within you and around you to allow loneliness to step forward, not only in its most excruciating form, but in its most loving form too, full of guidance, full of love, full of wisdom for you. And I'd like you to imagine yourself sitting in this forest glade, fresh green grass beneath you, beautiful trees surrounding you, whichever trees feel most natural for you. Beech trees, silver birch trees, ancient oak trees, maple trees, whichever trees feel most natural for you today. Allow them to gather around you in a sacred of deep protection, a circle of sacred protection. Feel the depth of their strong roots, deep, deep, deep into the earth. Feel their high canopies, tall, 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 into the sky, into the light of the sky, stretching towards the sun. See their branches gently bouncing in the breeze, leaves gently rustling. Hear the birds chirping, singing, trilling, songs of sunshine and light and love and laughter. And amongst the trees, you can see a small deer gently trotting between the trunks, elegant, graceful, soft, light of foot, light of foot, light of foot. And amongst the tall grasses and hedgerow flowers, butterflies flutter from flower to flower. The bees buzz and hover, diving into the flowers to collect the beautiful pollen. Just notice the colours of the flowers, the fresh green of the grasses and hedgerow flowers, beautifully coloured against them. And the deer comes close, closer than you can ever believe a deer would allow itself to come to you. And it sits down beside you, this beautiful deer. Notice its eyes, its beautiful eyelashes. Notice the colour of its fur and its small tail, its elegant legs. But most of all, notice its peace. The deer has come to you today as a messenger of love and wisdom and guidance for your loneliness. Notice its peace, its serenity, its grace. I'm going to be quiet for one moment to allow you to connect in with the energy of the deer and the bees and the butterflies and the trees and the leaves and the roots and the canopies of these trees and your white breath of love and healing. I'm going to be quiet for one moment and then I will begin speaking again. Just take a moment of gratitude for this silence and serenity. And now I'd like you to bring your attention deeply to this sense of loneliness. And you might notice that it perhaps has already shifted slightly, but we're going to take some time to connect with it even more deeply. And so I'd like you to imagine that loneliness is coming to join you in the circle, not within you, but without you. I want you to imagine that loneliness is stepping out of you into this sacred circle in this beautiful forest, beside the calm of this deer and your natural inner beauty. And I want you to notice how loneliness presents itself to you. Is it a person, known or unknown to you? Is it an element of yourself, known or unknown to you? Is it a forest creature? Perhaps it's the deer. Perhaps it's a hare, a badger. Think about an animal that might be represented by your loneliness. Perhaps it's a flower. Perhaps it's a grass. Perhaps it's a type of tree. Notice what wants to come forward for you today to represent your loneliness. And as you see it emerge in front of you, allow it to grow and expand in its beauty and its wisdom. Notice it grow in its beauty and its wisdom. Loneliness is an excruciating feeling, especially when we are disconnected from it and we don't allow ourselves to connect with the wisdom and the guidance that it is wanting to give us if we give ourselves chance to listen to it. Loneliness is a sign that we are disconnected from a very beautiful component of our inner life and our outer life. Something is missing. We have either disconnected from something we once loved to do but haven't done for a long time. Often this is something in childhood that we loved to do when we were a young child, in that state of imaginative play, when we were very happy in our own little worlds. Sometimes it's about our souls yearning for us to maybe connect with something we've never done before, a new element of our lives, a new direction, inviting us to find the courage to step forward towards something new, beautiful, inspirational, and invigorating for our lives. Maybe this is something we're slightly frightened of stepping into, but our soul is calling us towards it, whether we like it or not. And loneliness might mean something else to you in terms of what is it trying to teach you, to guide you, to show you, to want you to reconnect with or connect with, in order to bring yourself into a state of the deepest self-nourishment, self-love, self-care, self-kindness, and self-compassion. So I'm going to invite you to ask whatever it was that stepped forward, whether it was a tree, whether it was a flower, whether it was a forest animal. I would like you to ask it, what is your guidance for me in relation to my own loneliness? And I'm going to be quiet for a moment to allow you to listen. And for the moment, I just want you to listen and breathe in the guidance. I don't want you to go to your sketchbook or your journal at this moment in time. I just want you to listen, notice, observe, feel. What guidance does the object that has come forward for you today want to give you in relation to your loneliness, and how to shift it, move it, transform it, move beyond it? And I'm going to be quiet for one moment, and then I will start speaking again. and thank the guidance that has come forward with deep gratitude for the wisdom, the knowledge, the advice and the guidance that has been given to you. And then I would like you to turn your attention to the deer, this deer that has been sitting gracefully and patiently, compassionately and wisely, waiting for its turn to guide you. And as you turn your attention to it, I want you to notice how the deer begins to stand up and it begins to walk away, gently, slowly, and it wants you to follow it. The deer is going to take you to the space, the environment, the future where all of the guidance that has just been given to you is now in existence. And you can see it happening in reality to you. Where is the deer leading you? Notice as it takes you through trails in the forest. Perhaps it pauses by a tarn to drink water or rest. Where does it take you? What space does it take you to? Who does it connect you with? What are you doing? What are you saying? How do you feel? And I'd like you to take a few moments to connect in with this guidance that the deer is bringing to you. And here you can turn to your journal and begin to make notes on what you have been shown, where you have been taken. Answering those questions of where have you been taken? Who is there with you? What are you doing? How does it feel? And you can make notes on this, or if you would prefer to sketch, take time to sketch this in your sketchbook. But just follow the deer, making notes on where it's taking you, what it looks like, who is there with you, waiting to greet you, what are you doing, how do you feel, are any words spoken, who is speaking them, what are they saying, and where is loneliness in this? What has loneliness become? What has it transformed into? What have you become as a result of transforming this loneliness? I'm going to be quiet for a moment or two to allow you to deeply connect in with this pathway that the deer has led you on, the location that it takes you to. Who is there? What is happening? What is being said? How is loneliness presenting itself in this space of transformation? What is being said? Who is speaking? And what are they saying? And I'm going to be quiet for one moment to allow you to do this. And then I'll begin speaking again. And as you come into this space even more deeply, take a moment to thank the deer for this space that it has led you to, this sacred space beyond excruciating loneliness. And I want you to just take a moment to turn back. If you turn back and look around, you can see the forest glade where we began. And back there is the shadow of your excruciating loneliness. Notice how it is there as if it's like a skin that you have shed and no longer need to carry. But don't look back in disgust at it, or hatred or resentment. Look back with love and compassion, because this loneliness that was there at one point to protect you. The fact that you no longer need it is a sign of your great improvement on your journey to healing, recovery, to reclaiming a flourishing life for yourself. But we must always be grateful for those parts of us that looked after us and protected us before we reached that point. So I'd like you to thank excruciating loneliness back there in the forest glade. Does it have anything to say to you? Any final words to say to you? Maybe it has some guidance for you on how you can continue to take your next steps forward away from loneliness. It only wants what's best for you. It only wants you to be able to continue loving and nurturing yourself. So listen, does it have any words for you? Write them down, sketch them. Do you have any words for it? Notice the words that you say. Write them down, sketch them. And as you come to the end of what it is that you would like to say to excruciating loneliness, you notice how excruciating loneliness stands up. And you notice how actually beautiful it is. You've seen it always as ugly. You felt it always as ugly. But you can see how coming into this beautifully deep and loving connection with it today, you've been able to transform it into something so beautiful and graceful of heart and kind and loving and supportive and willing to allow you to move on beyond it. So thank it again. And notice as it thanks you for your courage and celebrates you. You notice it smiling at you, bowing in acknowledgement of your courage, your dignity. And then you notice as it gently begins to saunter away through the forest trails, away from the trees. And in the space that you're in now, your future beyond loneliness, you notice how the deer nods its head to you, gives you a little quiver of its tail, and bounds off in the direction of loneliness, following along. The two work in harmony together to help those who suffer loneliness to move beyond it. And eventually they are out of sight. But their loving energy is all around you and within you. And you are there, strong and solid, in this world beyond loneliness. And I'd like you to take a deep breath in this sacred space, feeling yourself strong, grounded and rooted into this space beyond loneliness. And as you do so, you feel your breath strong. You feel your body strong. You feel your heart strong, your mind strong. You feel your power strong. And as you do this, I want you to breathe in. And as you breathe in, I want you to bring your attention back to your body in the space where you are, in the room where you currently are. I'd like you to feel your weight upon the furniture or the floor that you are sitting on or resting on. I want you to feel the weight of your body. And I want you to know and trust and believe that you have everything in you that you need to make that future beyond loneliness happen. And I want you to ask the natural inner healer within you, what is my next natural step forward to rebuilding this flourishing life for myself without loneliness? And listen carefully. What is my next natural step forward towards rebuilding a flourishing life for myself beyond loneliness? What would the deer tell you? What would loneliness tell you? What would the location that you have found yourself in that represents your world beyond loneliness, what would it tell you is your next natural step forward? And it's simple. It's easy, it's graceful. Perhaps it might take a little bit of courage, but you've got that. You have everything you need to breathe into your courage to take these natural steps forward. Take a moment if you need to write down the guidance and wisdom that has come forward for you. And then bring yourself fully back into connection with your own body. Your breath coming into your body and your breath coming out of your body. And allow the vision of the space beyond loneliness to just begin to gently fade. You won't forget it. It won't forget you. You have breathed it into your being. You have breathed it into your soul and your mind and your heart. And what's more, it has come for your heart, your mind, your soul, your wisdom. All you've done today is to connect with it. And you know your next natural steps now to actually attain it and achieve it. So congratulate yourself. Coming into a meditation with loneliness is a very courageous step. We can be terribly frightened of stepping into connection with these very painful emotions. So really give yourself a great big nourishing hug for being brave enough to do this. And bring your attention back to that forest glade with the green grass and the grasses and hedgerow flowers with the bees and the butterflies, and thank them for their wisdom, guidance, support and love for you today. And notice how they gently fade with great love, but know that they are in you and within you, and they are from you. And the same with the forest trees that have stepped forward in protection for you today. Thank them, acknowledge them, love them, and as they fade, know that their energy, their strength, their deep roots solid into the earth, their beautiful canopies stretching up to the light, their strong branches, these are all within you. This energy and power and beauty is within you, taking you forward, keeping you strong on this most beautiful and powerful of journeys. And as the trees fade, come back into your space, into your body, into your being, into your breath. Noticing your breath coming into your body and out of your body. Noticing the beautiful white light of love and healing above you, below you, around you, and within you. And give thanks for this beautiful white light of love and healing and protection. And know that it is always with you, always around you, always above you, and always below you, and always within you. And as you come back into your ordinary day-to-day, know that when you're not even thinking about it, that breath, the beautiful white light of love and healing is with you. I'd like you now to bring your attention to your body. Notice your fingers wriggling, your toes wriggling, your body coming back into connection with itself. Begin to stretch and twist your body in ways that feel right for you. Maybe lift your arms up to the ceiling like the canopies of the trees. Maybe grind your feet into the ground as if you have roots digging deep down into the centre of the earth. Perhaps sway your body as if it was a branch or a leaf on a tree. Take a moment to stretch. Maybe you want to yawn. Maybe you want to smile. Just allow your body to do whatever feels natural for it. Allow whatever movements want to come forward to come forwards. And then I want you to very gently to open your eyes. This is a very gentle and slow coming back into your ordinary everyday life. And as you do so, I want you to notice the brightness of the colours around you, how strong they are. I want you to notice the objects that you can see, how clear they are. And I want you to gently raise your head to the sky or the ceiling and just notice the colours above you. And then bring your attention down to the floor, just very gently, and notice any colours, any objects, patterns, shapes. What do you see on the floor beneath you? And then very gently, I'd like you just to turn your head and look to the left. And what objects do you see? What colours? What shapes? And then very slowly around to the right. What colours do you see? What objects? And then just bring your attention back to the room or the space that you are in. What sounds can you hear in the room around you? And then bring your attention to beyond the space, the immediate space that you're currently in. What sounds do you notice above you, below you, around you? What sounds do you notice? And then I'd like you to just rub your hands together. This helps to bring you back into connection with your ordinary everyday life. Just rub your hands together and just brush your feet against the floor, grounding yourself back into your everyday life. And I want you to take a few moments listening to the music to make any final notes, any sketches. Allow any further guidance that wants to come to you in relation to this transformation of loneliness. And know that you can come back to this meditation anytime you need it to help you continue to take your steps beyond loneliness, to transform loneliness, to listen to the wisdom, the guidance, the beauty of loneliness and the deer. I am wishing you a loving and peaceful day.